Patagonia is changing, and the people are at a bit of a crossroads. This small town, nestled just 18 miles north of the US-Mexico border, is faced with a question. How do you invest in the future while preserving the past? This is 72 Hours in Patagonia, Arizona. And we're your hosts, the Coyote Collective, a group of best friends, mountain athletes, and brand storytelling agency. Why did we come to Patagonia? This town of 900 offers something special in the world, with hundreds of miles of ranch roads for perfect gravel riding, which allow us to use the bike as a context for exploration and storytelling. 7 a.m. is the perfect time for a cup of coffee and some space to clear your head. And it's my chance to catch up with my friend Xander Alt, who co-owns the Gravel House, Patagonia Lumber Company, and the Spirit World 100.
I'm Xander Alt. My wife Heidi and I own the Patagonia Lumber Company, as well as Patagonia's gravel road race, the Spirit World 100. The Patagonia Lumber Company, its original building was established in 1913 as a field office for the Arizona Timber Company based out of Flagstaff, Arizona. The Patagonia Lumber Company, as it is now, came about because longtime Patagonia resident and community member Ted Piper noticed the increase in outdoor recreational tourism. And so he asked us our thoughts on whether or not tourism might continue to increase or whether or not it would continue to be a part of Patagonia's community for the foreseeable future, and whether or not we had any advice for him on how to use this old building. We said, let's open up a community gathering space that serves coffee, beer, and wine, and we'll think about what the food program is later. Because we refer to the pursuit of endurance as breaking through into the spirit world. That space is different for everybody. And we really liked the description of that because it's so inclusive in that way. We all experience it in a different way. We all break through that line. We all then come back out of it and we have our own stories. The 100-mile race being the big boy of it. The organization that is the Spirit World 100 is dedicated to how we appropriately introduce people to how you travel here and interact with what is a really intricate design of public and private land, but 3 days of music and bikes, beer drinking and revelry in the first weekend of November every year. Some of my favorite characteristics of the 100-mile course are what riders experience throughout it. It starts out with a 17.5-mile climb to the top of Duquesne Pass, and then you descend into Low Kill, Arizona. Just in that one stretch, you see everything that you will then see across the entire course itself. So within 7,000 feet of climbing, you're going up and down, and then down again, and then up again. It's a really incredible way to test yourself across a landscape that will give you an opportunity to really experience who you are, not only as an athlete, but as a human as well.
The Spirit World 100 is incredible and challenging. It kind of has a little bit of everything. You get some steep long climbs, you get hot sun-exposed descents, you get rocky shelves, creek crossings that splash you up in the face, deep sand pits where you're fishtailing and just holding on for dear life at 25 miles an hour on your gravel bike. Patagonia doesn't have a lot of restaurants, but they're all pretty dang good. Pancho Villa has the most incredible breakfast burrito, Sonoran style, with charred jalapeno served on the side, and most importantly, served with a smile.
Hola, mi nombre es Clementina y mi hija es Stacy. Somos las dueñas de Pancho Villa y pues nosotros teníamos el plan de tener venta de burritos para aquí, para Patagonia, todos los trabajadores, pero en un carro, en una hielera, y pues ahora somos dueños de este restaurante y estamos ofreciendo a la comunidad de Patagonia comida fresca, mexicana, muy mexicana.
The restaurants and the people and the businesses of Patagonia are totally bringing it, which kind of reinforces this idea that everyone here is the ultimate version of themselves. Across the street from Pancho Villa is the Gathering Grounds, which is pretty appropriately named. It's a place for locals, old-timers, tourists, cyclists, pretty much anyone that passes through Patagonia to hang out and grab a cup and a slice of the best pie that I've had anywhere.
My name's Andrew Gowans. I live in Patagonia, and we live on an off-grid property out in the valley. I do a lot of riding in this valley, so a real special place to live. So I was standing outside just on the street here, and this crew from Ventum rolled up and said, "Do you want to come and have coffee with us?" So we talked about bikes, and we talked about life and living in Patagonia, living in Colorado, and our shared experience of being people that ride bicycles.
Gravel cycling is what brought me here, but the San Rafael Valley has another name, and that's Arizona wine country. This place is a little pocket of the right microclimate and features and topography and weather that allows some pretty special wines to be made. Wine culture and influence, I think, expresses itself most clearly in the way of life here and the approach to doing things right or not at all, and that good things take time. It would be nearly impossible to come to the Madre and Sky Islands and Patagonia, Arizona without realizing that there was something special here, right? That this place is something special in the world. The biking is a context, just like climbing, skiing, running, you name it, is a context, right? It's something that you lay over what is already a beautiful canvas. We've talked about this idea of a canvas with Xander and Heidi. That canvas is equally blank for everyone that comes here. For me, I saw a chance to step into the most real version of myself. Because you can't get here accidentally. Life doesn't float you along to Patagonia. And the level of intentionality that the residents of Patagonia, full-time and otherwise, have brought to their lives, and by proxy, this town and this valley and this region, is a real thing. We're not here to fit a narrative onto it. We're just lucky to be part of it.